Hello everyone, welcome to CUBOID Forms Study Circle. Today's topic Pharmaceutical Engineering Unit Operation and subtopic in milling and size reduction. See, this is very important topic in pharmaceutical engineering in B Pharmacy, right? And its class very simply I can explain. So everyone who watch this video, don't skip the video. Full video you can see in some detail. Every instrument and every equipment used in this topic are reliable compared to equipment and pharma industry compared to this section. Okay, let's start the class. So, milling and size reduction. The topic is milling and size reduction. What's the meaning of milling? Milling is a mechanical process to reduce the particle size of solids. Right? It includes terms like grinding, polymerization, crushing, dispersion, and etc. Okay. Milling means it use size reduction. Size reduction is a pharmaceutical industry helpful of like semi-solid dosage forms prepared in like tablets. Best example, tablets. Okay, and any process of medicines like pharmacology related to Ayurveda, any medicine prepared to the particle size. Okay, its size reduction. It's helpful of use of equipment. Okay, the size of the solid particles conventional expressed in mass size. What is the mass size? Depend on mass size. Number of the pores in screen. Inch of screen. Okay. What is the for milling and size reduction explain detail? It's a mechanical process. What's the process? It's a mechanical process to reduce the particle size. Okay, to reduce the particle size of solids. Solid means any you can take get ready to tablet. First, then all the ingredients. Test situation after sieving, dry sieving, wet sieving. So depends on very depth. It's not a depth, just for explain tablet preparation. Okay. See, tablets very large particles get not ready to tablet. Why? Because what's the reason? See, tablets mainly depends on particle size. Particle size. Particle size depends on only tablet. Okay. So milling is a mechanical process. Mainly depends on particle sizes to reduce larger particles to less than millimeter, micrometer, like that. Small particles, it's helpful of the size reductions and milling process. Okay. See, for example, like coarse milling produce particles longer than coarse milling produce particles longer than which unit of mass 20 size mass. Intermediate milling and 20 to 200 mass size use. Fine milling less than 200 mass. This is mass depends on holes. Small size hole depends on we can feed feed in dry, dry seed and wet seed. Okay, so first one grinding. Okay, this is examples of grinding, pulverization, crushing, dispersion. Okay, the size of the solid particles conventionally expressed with the message. Mass. What the use of mass in particles? What is the use of C? Size of the solid particles to conventionally express the message. See, C converted into depend on message. You can take the mass depend on size holes to get another product. I mean feed to the message depend. Okay. The size reduction of different equipments in pharmaceutical industries uses normally used in normally used in colleges or experimental. But pharmaceutical industry, it's a high estimation of the high cost of the equipment in there. Okay. See types of size reduction equipments. Okay. Rotor cutter mill, roller mill, ball mill, hammer mill, fluid energy mill, colloid mill, edge runner mill, and runner mill. Okay, these are all size reduction equipments. The helpful of pharmaceutical industries very important in a like drugs helpful in pharma industry. Okay, see next slide. Factors affecting size reduction depends on factors affecting size reduction. Okay, and hardness, toughness, stickiness, moisture content. There depends on tablets that prepare. There are four totally depends on tablets. Okay, hardness. Harder the material, more difficult to reduce its size. Hardness, harder the material, more difficult to reduce its size. Reduce is the size, right? Okay. This is basically it's of for example of talc, gypsum, calcite, fluoride, epitite. Okay. See, hardness means harder than metal. You can take the harder than metal. Harder than material. It means solid. Harder means solid. The material more difficult to reduce its size. Hardness it's helpful. This equipment reduce the its size. Okay, this is called hardness. Next one, toughness. What is the meaning of toughness? Soft but tough material creates problem in size reduction and its toughness is reduced by the decreased temperature. Toughness is helpful of the material creates problem in size reduction. Okay, it's a toughness reduced by decrease of temperature. Decrease in temperature. It's helpful of toughness. Next one, stiffness. What's helpful of the stiffness? Stiffness means gum and resinous substance causes problem in size of reduction. In size reduction. Okay, stiffness it's mainly gum and resinous substances causes problem in size reduction. Okay, problem in size reduction. There are hardness, are toughness and stiffness and moisture content. They are all helpful in size reduction. Size reduction, reduce the size reduction is helpful of factors. Okay. Fourth one, moisture content. Moisture content, it's less than 5% moisture suitable for dry grinding and less than 50% for wet grinding. Okay, less than 5% moisture suitable for dry grinding, not wet grinding, only for dry grinding. Grinding and less than 50% of wet grinding. Okay, to both difference less than 50% to the wet grinding. This is a moisture content. Why? Because moisture suitable for dry grinding is less than 50% of wet grinding, because 5% less than, say, if you can ingredients to mix with tablet preparation, some of it, you can wet grinding. Okay, you can first of all wet grinding, you can take the seed. After you can take the dry grinding. Okay, this is the process of tablet preparation. You can you can deeply you can deeply industrial pharmacy one. Okay, then there are totally factors, sir. Size reduction depends on only hardness, toughness, thickness, moisture content. There are all size reduction helpful of reduce size. Okay, right. Next one, principle of size reduction. Okay, there is simply you can important mainly important these principles following every instrument follow. Okay, this mainly principle method of use. What use of method of which principle involved in equipment, right? Cutting. Cutting means you can any fiber materials you can take. What's the equipment? You can just remember. You can identify. You remember that principle. Cutting method use sharp blades and are used. Cutting means any fiber materials, hard materials. Can cutting the sharp blades are used. Okay, sharp blades are used. Which principle use? Cutting. Next one, compression pressure. Compression pressure. Pressure is applied. Some equipment, pharmaceutical industry used in pressure is applied. Compression pressure of equipment is also used in pharma industry. Okay. Next, impact. Impact. What helpful of impact? Method of use: stationary objects impacted by fast moving object. It is impact principle helpful in stationary objects. Okay, is hit by fast moving objects. You can rotation per minute depends on moving fastly. Okay, helpful in pharma industry. Next thing, attraction forces. Method of use in this principle attraction principle used method use pressure by two surface moving opposite in each other. Attraction pressure by depend on pressure. Impact is also moving up fast moving. Compression pressure also pressure is applied. Depend compression pressure and attraction. Pressure by two surface moving opposite in each other. Method using pressure by the two surface moving opposite in the other side, each other. Okay. Then simply compression pressure and attraction also pressure. Depends on pressure in this equipment. Okay. There are depends on four totally principles and followed in this equipment. Okay. This equipment principal method used in principles like examples like some of equipment is used in, like example rotor, cutter miller, roller miller, bar miller, hammer miller, fluid energy mill, collider mill, edge runner mill, end runner mill. They are all used in these principles. These principles followed in method use. Okay, right. Next one, I'll discuss in each every equipment short short sentence I can explain easily. Main important points only I can explain. Okay, just for what is the rotor cutter mill, what helpful of the rotor cutter mill, how to use it, how to use and how to working in this equipment. Just one line sentence, one line Okay, not directly in this section. Just for you can remember shortcut, shortcut. Simply remember the sentence. Okay. See, first name of the mill. First one name of the mill. Rotor cutter mill. Which principle? Cutting. Which principle? Cutting. Construction. With this equipment construction, two rollers are rotates in longitudinal. Two rollers are rotates longitudinal. Okay. Next, working. 200 in 900 RPM, rotation per minute. What is working this equipment? 200 to 900 rotation per minute. Okay. Rotate cutter mill uses in size reduced file 18 mesh less than 100 mesh. Okay, 80 mesh and 100 mesh. Size reduced is helpful of rotor cutter mill. Okay. Okay, which principle this rotor cutter mill? Cutting. This is cutting. Cutting 100 principle is a sharp blades are used. Which is sharp blades and used. Okay, construction it's mainly two rollers are rotates longitudinal, working in 200 to 900 rotation per minute. Okay, what's helpful? What uses in the rotor cutter mill? Okay, size reduced. There are all equipments size reduced. This equipments. Okay, not other purpose. See, rotor cutter mill advantages. The equipment can easily change the tools on the spindle to programmed commands. Okay. Advantages. This equipment can okay change the tools the spindle through the programmed commands. Commands. Okay. Disadvantages. Not suitable for fragile material. It's again not suitable for fragile material. Right. Next equipment. Name of the mill. Roller mill. This is the roller mill. Principle is stress and attraction. This principle involved in roller mill, stress and attraction forces. Construction. Two rollers are rotates in longitudinal. Two rollers are rotates in longitudinally. This helpful in this equipment roller mill in two rollers means oppositely two rollers. Two rollers are present in rotate to longitudinally. Okay, rotates the longitudinally. Working, next one. Working, crushing different rollers. What helps in this rollers? Crushing. To the crushing, it's helpful of the roller mill. Okay, uses crushing and crushing of seeds for extraction. Crushing of seeds for extraction. Okay, here you can take material sum of crushing of seeds of extraction. It's a mainly helpful in the pharmacognosy. Pharmacognosy can herbal drugs preparation. It's a helpful of this equipment. Okay, which equipment in this use? Roller mill. Next advantages. Produce more uniform fiber fines and oversized particles when it comes to product quality. Product quality. Less moisture loss, reducing working hazard due to the dust generation from the milling material. From the milling material. Next one, disadvantages. Abrasive materials. Disadvantages, not use in abrasive materials. Next one, ball mill. Name of the mill, ball mill. Which principle involved in ball mill? Impact and attraction forces. Which forces principle in ball mill? Impact and attraction forces. Ball mill construction, hollow cylinder. Hollow cylinder and balls occupy 30% and 50% space. 30% and 50% space. Okay. Construction it's mainly hollow cylinder and balls occupy 30% to 50% space. Which space in construction Ball mill, 30% to 50% space it's working in hollow cylinder in walls occupying the ball mill. Working drug is occupy up to 60% of volume. Speed of rotation is important. Okay, what's a ball mill working in there? You can take some drug. It's a like you can take from the tablets. It's occupy up to 60% of volume speed. 60% of volume speed. Okay, rotation is important. Rotation is important. Okay, uses of ball mill. What uses of ball mill? Grind brittle drugs to fine powders. Grind brittle drugs to the fine powders. It's helpful of the fine powders. Okay, advantages. Toxic sterile substance can be mild. Toxic sterile products and substance can be mild. Disadvantages of ball mill, noise. Okay, this is called ball mill. Next one, hammer mill. Most commonly mills in science prediction is hammer mill. Okay, what's the principle involved in hammer mill? Impact. Which principle involved in hammer mill? Impact forces. It's a principle. Hammers. It's a construction. Construction. Hammer mill with construction. Hammers is present either sharp or flat edges. Hammers present either sharp or flat edges. Okay. Next one. What working of this equipment rotates at the 8,000 to the 15,000 rotation per minute? How much time in this rotates per minute? 8,000 to 15,000 rotation per minute. Okay. That will be involved in easily rotated 8,000 to 50,000 rotation per minute. 1 minute can easily rotate the working in hammer mill. Okay. What the uses? Grinding and dry materials, wet filter, cakes, ointments. Only for used in dry materials, not for wet materials. Okay. Only for grinding by the dry materials. Wet filter cakes and ointments. Flocculating, deflocculating agents like the filter cakes and ointments. Okay. Next one, advantages. What's the advantages of hammer mill? Operation in closed system, easy to set up and scale up. What's the advantages of hammer mill? Operation in closed system, easy to set up and scale up. Okay. What's the disadvantages of hammer mill? Screens may break around. Okay. This is called hammer mill. So the next one, fluid energy mill. Okay. Fluid energy mill. Fluid energy mill. Which principle used in this mills? Impact and attraction forces. Which forces? Impact and attraction forces. What's the construction in this equipment? 2 to 6 grinding nozzles, air 600 kilopascals to 1.0. Okay, 1.0 construction. MPA working due to working in this equipment due to high degree of turbulence, impact, attraction occur between particles. Due to high degree of turbulence, impact, attraction occur between particles. Right? What's the uses of fluid energy mill? Fluid energy mill is a moderately hardened friable materials. See, this is pharmaceutical industry fluid energy mill equipment. This is a process of uses in moderately hardened friable materials. Hot means a solid materials. I mean, hot and friable materials. Okay. What helps in fluid energy mill? Reduce the particle size. 1 and 20. 1 to 20. Reduce the particle size. Okay, what's the disadvantages of fluid energy mill? Soft and silky material are not suitable. In this fluid energy mill, not use of soft and silky materials not suitable in this equipment. Only for reducing particle size reduction. Means reduce particle size. Okay, this is called fluid energy mill. Which principle? Which principle used in fluid energy mill? Impact and attraction forces. Construction 2 to 6 grinding nozzles are 60 kilopascals to 1.0 MPa. Okay, what's the working? Due to high degree of turbulency, impacts attraction occur between particles. Uses moderately hardened fiber materials. Right? Next one, colloidal mill. Colloidal mills used for the size reduction. This is also size reduction in equipment. Okay. Principle. Which principle involved in colloidal mill? Shearing. Shearing principle is used in colloidal mill. Okay. What's the construction? What's the principle? Shearing. What's the construction of the colloidal mill? Rotor and a stator disc. Okay. Rotor and stator discs. Discus. Disc. It's a colloidal mill. Okay. Rotor and stator discs. What's the working of colloidal mill? 300, 3000 and 20,000 rotation per minute. This equipment, colloidal mill, some of you can get some farm, you can go to pharma industry. It's a clearly observed. You can velocity 13,000 and feet in minutes. Okay, feet inside the tablets like 3,000 to 2,000 rotation per minute. Each from 0.001 inches to 0.005 side adjustment. This is a drugs in side adjustment. It's helpful of the size reduction is how much inches? 0.001 inches to 0.005 sizes and adjustment in this equipment. Which equipment? Colloidal mill equipment. Okay. What uses of colloidal mill? Preparation of ointments and creams and gels. There are external use. Okay, you can say example like some gels and okay creams and ointments. This is helpful of the colloidal mill. Okay, next advantages. Advantages of colloidal mill: rapid handling and easy cleaning. Rapid handling and easy cleaning because some of equipments you can use it in size reduction of a pharmaceutical industry for equipments. One shift to get ready to bulk product
used in next edge runner mill edge runner mill principle. Which principle used in edge runner mill? Crushing and shearing. Okay, construction. Edge runner mill rollers are made up of with stone. Rollers made up of with stone. Okay, construction of the rollers made up with a stone. Working. Rollers have a shaft and revolves. It's a own axis. Next, uses. Grinding of plant based products. Grinding of plant based products in edge runner mill. Okay, disadvantages of edge runner mill. Drugs which unbroken. Drugs are which unbroken. Not use this used in drugs because only for crushing and shearing this principle used. Okay, this is called edge runner mill. Next one, end runner mill. End runner mill principle of the end runner mill, crushing and shearing. This is also same in edge runner mill, crushing and shearing. Which construction of the end runner mill? Construction of mechanical consist of mechanical motor. Okay. What's the working of end runner mill? Motor revolves and high speed. High speed, it's a rotate the end runner mill. Okay. What's the uses of the end runner mill? Suitable for the fine grinding. Fine particles. Right? Fine particles in grinding. What's the advantages? Less attention during operation. Okay, less attention during operation. Okay, what's the disadvantages of the end runner mill? That's unbroken. This that's unbroken. Okay, this is all. This is all the most commonly mills used in for the size reduction equipments. Okay, some of used in depends on loss governing of size reduction. Some of loss helpful in these equipments of size reduction. Like example, Hicks law, Hazard's law, Bond's law. Okay, what are the three laws? Hicks law and Rittenger's law, Bond's law. Okay, this is all the milling and size reduction. And smaller the size, large is the surface area, and faster will be the dissolution. Okay, simply specific surface is equal surface area by weight. What the dissolution process in this specific surface is equal surface area by weight. Okay, this is a milling essentially pharmaceutical and important roles in this equipment. Millings are essentially pharmaceutical and important role in. Okay, what are the equipments? Like a outer mill, cutter mill, roller mill, ball mill, hammer mill, fluid energy mill, collider mill, edge runner mill, and runner mill. Okay, this is size reduction equipment there are pharmaceutical essentially buildings used in the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, like example, there are all equipment different size reduction between solid and solvent, reduce time for extraction. There are there are all types of there are all types of these equipments like used in solid materials and solvent materials reduce the time for extraction. All equipments are used in. Okay, this is called milling and size reduction class. Okay, edge runner mill and end runner mill. Okay, this is all. Complete this section. Thank you everyone. Please like, share, subscribe Cubide Pharmacy Studies at the YouTube channel. Thank you everyone.